NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Carr now on first down. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
To Jason Witten.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Almost tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Brought down by the Colts. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun is Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. First carry out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Colts.
On first down, Jacob Eason. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Raiders, nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 14, Raiders nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelly Willis. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the fifth-year running back is Jalen Richard. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 7.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
1st and 10.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
This is Hilton on the receiving end, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Taylor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of
Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense. The way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on it.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Eason on 2nd down, fighting Hilton on the slant, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's Rodgers on the return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 45-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back at his own 49.
Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They run with Hines. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to 1st down.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute. But you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse. who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
He was tackled at the 20.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Rodgers on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Colts.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The give to Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
15.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to Taylor on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Colts 34, Raiders nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one and will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Booker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 35-yard line.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point, because the contact is going to be strong.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. On the return, it's Rodgers. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jacobs now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Booker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Again, they go with Booker. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
The tackle made by
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
32-yard line.
And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Carry here for their fullback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there and a first down.
Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the